be circulated on KA6COY. This is KF5BCO. Next time. Anyway, if anybody wants to speak to us, feel free.
Well, hello, Eric.
Hey, Pete. Good to hear you out there. What are you up to?
Never too busy to talk to my good buddy up there in Texarkana. I'm doing good, and congratulations on the new house.
Thank you, right. I do appreciate it. I'm telling you what, I'm so just ecstatic about it. I've been building fires. As a matter of fact, we were talking tonight. Play on ham radio or go build a fire. But anyway, ham radio went out.
Oh, there you go. Well, I'm excited for you, and I mean you're a younger guy, so I remember buying when Vicki and I bought our first house how neat it is to have a house that's all yours. Of course, you got to pay for it, but there's nothing quite like that. But yeah, good to hear you. I do have a couple of call signs I wanted to mention before we get into trivia. These are new check-ins on NetLogger, W4IV. Hello, Bob in Foley, Alabama. AG5DRT. Jason, Fort Davis, Texas, N5BT, Mickey, Odessa with us tonight. Chuck, WB9RBR in Illinois, KO4YKT, that is Mark in South Carolina, and W9TEW, Tom in South Bend, and K9LV, Tom in Ramsey, Indiana. So we got a bunch coming in here for trivia, and it is 9 o'clock. Trivia Net. On the air, who's out there?
Kilo 0, Sierra Sierra Delta.
And you got W9BDN. Oh, listen to all those hams out there. Hey, come on, keep it coming, guys.
70 over, KA6COY.
70 over, you're just buttering me up, Rimmel. Anybody else? Come on, who's far away from Dallas?
CML. Hey, I was only kidding about talking through trivia, Pete.
Okay, and who said California? Who is that?
Quebec South, Greg, out here on the central coast of California. We're just getting the rain, so I don't know how long the conditions will hold.
Well, Greg, it's great to have you along for trivia. That's pretty cool. We don't usually hear California checking in quite this early, but if it's going to happen, it's going to be this time of year. Welcome one, welcome all. This is the great Trivia Net 3916 every night at this time. This is KE5GGY. I'm in the Dallas area. Listening tonight, of course, as I always do, Georgia, Pennsylvania, Utah. I've got SDRs in one ear. I've got my station in the other ear. And take all those four things together, listen to them, and I get confused every night. No, really why I do it is so I can hear everybody. I do turn the headphones down in Dallas from time to time so I can hear you guys that might not have the advantage of a big signal close to me. But let's get started. We start every night with rock and roll and some pretty easy questions. Here's an easy one. What band scored a hit with Wake Me Up Before You Go? How about a new player? Well, everybody's new. Who knows that?
Still what?
Rimmel.
Wham.
Wham. Yes, you kind of look like George Michael. Rimmel, have you ever been told that?
No, I haven't heard that one, Pete.
Yeah, well, I was just trying to make you feel good. You actually don't look like him. But here's your second one. What group sang the song Walk Like an Egyptian?
Oh, that was the Bengals.
Oh, man, Bengals. He's 2 for 2.
I may look like him tomorrow, Pete.
That's right. You kind of look like the Bengals, too, I've noticed. I like that. Oh, they're a chick band. I'm sorry. New player. This one's getting a little tougher. Weird Al Yankovic made it on the Billboard charts with the song "Eat It." What other song was that a parody of? "Eat It" is really making fun of what? ABJ. Let's see here. I hear a bunch of familiar people out there. Let's go to George. I did hear him in Austin. George?
Oh, I know Weird Al Yankovic. That was Eat It. Was a parody thereof.
Yep, he got it. He said Michael Jackson beat it. And here's another one for you, George. I've got the brains, you've got the looks. Let's make lots of money. Let me repeat it. This is a line from a song. I've got the brains, you've got the looks. Let's make lots of money. What do you think? What group did that lyric?
Well, I have no idea. You can give me the choices, or you can give it to the guys that work in.
Well, let's give you choices. And the choices are Metallica, Erasure, Duran Duran, or the Pet Shop Boys. What do you say, George?
Boy, that music's away from me. I'll pick choice C as in Charlie.
All right, he says Duran Duran. KAW, I believe, was challenging.
Yeah, I believe he's correct.
You believe he's correct. You and George agreeing. Okay. Anybody else with the answer? POC, the Doc. This is the Pet Shop Boys, one of those bands from the 80s. Okay. Hey, Doc, here's another 80s tune for you. The song is Morning Train, 9 to 5. Who did it?
I don't know.
Anybody without choices. Morning Train, also called 9 to 5. And it's not Dolly Parton, I don't think. GFO. Hey, come on down.
W5GFO 10 in Midland, Texas. That's Sheena Easton.
It is the beautiful Sheena Easton. Tim, let's get two in a row for you. Who was the duet, the duo that sang The Next Time I Fall in 86? Next Time I Fall, two big artists. Who was it?
Boy, you really went with an obscure one on that. It was a duo. It was like a duet between two well-known artists. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, a man and a woman kind of duo kind of thing.
Oh my gosh! What was the name of the song again?
Next Time I Fall. And I'll give you one clue. The female half of the duo was a major contemporary Christian gospel artist as well.
Okay, so it would have been Amy Grant and, let's say, Vince Gill.
Vince Gill, the guy that she hitched up with later, not it. Anybody with the other half to Amy Grant and what?
Bravo Tango.
Bravo Tango.
Yeah, this is November 5, Bravo Tango in Odessa, and that was Peter Cetera.
It was Peter Cetera from Chicago. So N5 Bravo Tango, you don't get in here very much, do you?
No, I don't. I've been away from the radio a little bit, but glad to be in here tonight.
It's Mickey, right, Mickey?
That is correct.
All right, here's another 80s tune for you, Mickey. This is easy. It was the #1 song of 1983. Every Breath You Take was done by who?
That was the Police.
It was the Police. Way to go. Nicely done. Okay. Well, these are pretty easy. Maybe a couple, before we call it quits for music trivia, maybe a little bit more difficulty would be appropriate. I think so. Let's see here. These are really tough. Here's one for you. What instrument is used by the indigenous people of Australia to accompany ceremony dancing and singing? Doc, I don't believe this.
Didgeridoo, I think.
Didgeridoo is a choice. That is correct. Doc, we'll give you another one of the difficult questions. Here's a Pink Floyd question for you. The Pink Floyd released a song called Great Gig in the Sky. The question is, who did the vocals for that song? Would you like choices? Choices: Janis Joplin, Roger Waters, Vicki Brown, Claire Torrey. Vicki Brown. Anybody else? The Fox station. What do you say?
I say Torrey.
Claire Torrey, and that is correct. Claire Torrey was a singer brought in by Alan Parsons, apparently, who did the song, and then 30 years later she sued Pink Floyd over rights to the song. This is just her way of saying thank you. Okay, who got that right?
Yeah, this is Alpha Charlie 7 Tango Foxtrot Paul, Muncie, Indiana, and they did that on the first take.
Yeah, nicely done. Paul, here's another one for you. Are you ready?
Go for it.
Okay, Jimi Hendrix, we all remember as a guitar prodigy, guitar legend, but do you know what band that Jimi Hendrix toured with in 1967? And if it's the answer I'm thinking of, it's kind of an unlikely band to tour with if you're Jimi Hendrix. What do you think there, Paul?
I'm really not sure, but I do know of the Jimi Hendrix experiment.
Well, here are your choices. So again, Jimi Hendrix toured with one of these bands in '67. Rolling Stones, Grateful Dead, the Beatles, or the Monkees?
I think I've heard this before, but I'm not sure. I'm just going to say the Monkees.
Yeah, I think it is the Monkees. Let's see if I am correct. And you are correct. He had 7 concerts with the Monkees, and they say it could have gone longer, but at the end of one of the concerts, Hendrix saluted the crowd by flipping them the bird with both hands. So that would tend to probably not be received well. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, and good job there, Paul. Hey, Paul, hold on. K5GCY. Ding, ding, ding. It's time for Do or Die. And Paul, we're going to bring you over to the Do or Die board. Are you excited? Is this the best day of your life or what?
Oh, yeah, it must be. Hey, I'm proud to do it.
Well, you have 1 point. We're going to give you the benefit of 1 point coming over from the music, and you're the object of Do or Die now is to get 4 more points. If you answer a question without any multiple choice answers to help you, that's 2 points. And if you need choices, it is 1 point. So here we go with a science question for you. What is the process by which plants convert sunlight into chemical energy? Daily double. If you want choices, though, it's 1 point. So what is the process by which plants convert sunlight into chemical energy? What do you say, Paul?
Yeah, that is photosynthesis.
He says photosynthesis. Ding, ding, ding. That's good enough for a daily double. Paul, that brings you to 3 points. So you only need 1 more question answered without choices. You need a 2-pointer, and you are in the winner's circle. Here is your question. Back to flowers and plants for this one. What part of the flower contains the pollen grains? Paul, I do have choices, but if you want to show off and get 2 points, tell us what part of the flower contains the pollen grains. Paul.
Oh, boy. I think I need choices.
All right, the choices are A, the pistil, Papa India, Sierra Tango, India, Lima, the pistil. Choice B is the petal, P-E-T-A-L, the petal. Choice C is the sepal, or the sepal, I think it's the sepal, S-E-P-A-L, Sierra Echo, Papa, Alpha Lima, sepal. And choice D is the stamen, Sierra Tango, Alpha, Mike, Echo, November, the stamen. What do you say, Paul, for 1 point?
How about the pistol?
The pistol, he says. Anybody to challenge that answer?
Lima Victor.
MQS.
Yeah, the pebble.
The pedal, he says. And 1 more barbarian.
Lima Victor.
Lima Victor is lurking. Tom, what do you say?
It's the stamen.
All right, Tom, the stamen. Taking it away from a fellow Indianaite, or whatever you call. What do you call a guy from Indiana, Paul?
A loser, and I guess I'm a loser.
All right, well, Paul, you're a Hoosier loser on this one because Tom done take it away from you. So don't be a stranger, Paul. Come back, okay?
Hey, sure thing. Thanks, Pete.
All right, good to hear you. Hey, Tom, I think because of your big signal, I think you're getting all these other people from the Hoosier State in here, so thank you.
Well, that's good. And hi, Paul. I'm down by Corydon. And, I'm glad we're getting some other Hoosiers in here. So, and I like to get some local people in, too, once in a while. Back to you, Pete.
Okay, I know you're good in science, Tom, but we're going to take you to history for a question, so get ready.
Oh, no.
Better get this right. This is a 1-pointer. 1-pointer. And you know what? I think the Vegas odds makers are giving you a pretty good odds on this question. Which of the following founding fathers was never a president of the U.S.? Which of these people was never president? Choices are Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, John Adams, Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin.
We had doubles. Go ahead, Tom.
Benjamin Franklin.
Benjamin Franklin is correct. You got a point. Boy, you had me scared there for a second, Tom. Were you having to think about it, or is your internet slow tonight?
I was wondering about Jefferson, but I was sure about Franklin.
There you go. Okay, here's another one. This is kind of fun. This is an invention question. So listen to this. This is a one-pointer. Which of the following was invented in the 90s? Decade of the 1990s. Which of these was invented in the 90s? Listen carefully. A, personal computer. B, Walkman. C, email. Or D, Google.
I better go with Google on that, K9LV.
I think I'd go with Google as well. That is correct. You got 3 points, Tom. Doing well. All right. Daily double. 2 points on this one. Tom, this would put you in the winner's circle if you can answer this question. You better, if you try it for 2 points, you better know, because we've had this several times on trivia previously. So if you don't get it right, somebody will take it from you. I do have choices also if you want to go for 1 point. But here's the question. What word did Alexander Graham Bell suggest that we use to answer the phone? It was an unconventional idea, but what word did Alexander Graham Bell suggest we use to answer the phone? Tom, 2 points, or I'll give you choices for 1.
Well, I know I've heard this, maybe not on trivia, but I'm going to need choices.
All right, choices are A, ahoy, B, yes with a question mark, C, hi, or D, how you doing?
Run those by me again, please.
Choice A is ahoy, B, yes, C, hello, D, how you doing?
Well, unconventional would be ahoy, so I'll go with that.
Ahoy, he says. That is correct. You have 4 points, so let's see where the computer takes us. Ooh, I love this. Oh, this is just in time to mess you up, Tom. Closest to wins it. Closest to wins it. In what decade was the first mass-produced toothbrush invented? In what decade was the first mass-produced toothbrush invented? Closest to wins it. Tom, what's your guess? Decade.
Oh, you would give me a closest to. I'll just say the 40s, K9LV.
1940s. Okay. You take 2 barbarians. Who wants to challenge Tom?
Victor.
Off Victor.
1870.
1870s. Okay, 1 more barbarian.
ABJ.
Let's go to MQS.
1950s.
1950s. All right. I would tend to think, I think it'd be in the 1900s, because I think it probably coincided with the use of invention of nylon. Maybe not. Unless they made it out of horse hairs or something. Okay, let's see what the answer is. The first mass-produced toothbrush was invented in 1780. Oh my God! Go Victor with a takeaway.
Well, I'll tell you what, I was still off by 100 years.
Well, George Washington needed something to clean those wooden teeth with, didn't he?
Something like that.
How about that? All right. Hey, 5 Golf Victor. Hey, Tom, you got skunked by the guy from Texas, but good try, okay?
Yeah, maybe they just used sandpaper before that.
I don't know, but I thought you were right. I thought it was going to coincide with like when nylon got. I think they use nylon or something for nylon bristles for toothbrushes, don't they?
Yep. That's kind of what I had in mind, too. Okay, well, I'll just stick around for the Grand Slam. K9LV.
Okay, Jimmy doubled with you. What was that, Jimmy?
I just said that sandpaper. That'd be real fun to see.
It is indeed. Okay, AA5 Golf Victor, KE5 GGY. What was the American company that introduced the first personal computer in 1981? This is a daily double if you don't need choices. What do you say, Rick?
Say that question again, please.
What American company introduced the first personal computer in 1981?
I'm going to have to go with IBM on that.
IBM, he says, for a daily double, and he scored it. That's 2 points, bringing your total to 3, Rick. Nicely done. Let's go to the final question. If you get this... Now, this is an interesting question. If you get this without choices, this is a daily double. The question reads, what famous candy was invented by a dentist? What famous candy was invented by a dentist? I do have choices, and you probably want to get them.
Yeah, I'll need choices on that one. I think I know, but I'll need choices.
You're going to love these choices. Okay, so think about a dentist inventing candy. Which one would it be? A, cotton candy. B, candy corn. C, popcorn. Or D, and my favorite, the Jawbreaker. So, what do you think, Golf Victor? I mean, you almost want to go with Jawbreaker because it's so, there's a certain amount of irony to it. But what do you say?
Let me have the choices again, please.
Cotton candy, candy corn, popcorn, or Jawbreaker?
Oh boy, I am sorry. I spaced out what it was. One more time on the choices, please.
Rick, it's not that difficult. Cotton candy, candy corn, popcorn, Jawbreaker. We're getting ready to penalize you if you don't make up your mind.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to go with the candy corn.
Okay.
Go in.
I'm just glad I'm not behind you at the meat counter. I can't imagine how long it takes you to get some hamburger wrapped up. Candy corn. Anybody else?
J-O-N.
J-O-N.
I didn't hear the question, but I'm guessing popcorn.
Popcorn. No, I think popcorn came from the Indians way back. Anybody else? George.
Let's try cotton candy.
Cotton candy. Okay, well, that's a couple barbarians. Let's see who's going to get it. It is cotton candy. Oh, my goodness. WB5 TXW with the takeaway. Sorry, Rick, but I know you'll be back, so I'm not feeling too bad.
That's okay. And, congratulations. That one was really an off-the-wall one. I would have never thought cotton candy from a dentist.
Who would have thought? I thought it was a Jawbreaker for sure. Here is number 2 for George. Good evening, WB5 TXW. This is KE5GGY. Here's your second question. This is qualified for a daily double if you get it without clues. Roomba, R-O-O-M-B-A. Roomba is a popular model of what kind of appliance? What do you say, George?
Talk slower and ask me again, Logan.
Sure thing, George. Roomba.
You're talking like, your Texas accent comes through, Logan.
Well, if you would unkey, I could repeat the question. Thank you. Roomba.
When you'll get it figured out.
Roomba, R-O-O-M-B-A. Roomba is a popular model of what kind of appliance? Over.
No idea. Yeah, the choices might be over.
I do. Choice A is a blender. Choice B is a robot vacuum. Choice C is a dishwasher. Choice D is a juicer.
Oh, boy. I like peas and bakery, the Roomba.
Roomba is correct. Yes, the Roomba. And that is correct for number 2. Here comes George for number 3. The Daily Double, George. The Mustang is in a line of cars Manufactured by what company?
Ford.
Ford is good for a daily double. Ding, ding. That brings you to 4 points. Final question. Love it.
Go George.
Love it, love it. Okay, this is a geography question, I guess, is what you could classify this as. George, in what, and I do have choices, which we'll give you anyway because you only need 1 point. In what U.S. state would you find the world's largest rocking chair? In what U.S. state would you find the world's largest rocking chair? Choices are, unless you want to show off, George, you want choices?
The largest rocking chair. That makes a lot of sense. Please with the choices, over.
Okay, I know you'll want to dash out and partake in this this landmark, wherever it is. Your choices are Illinois, Ohio, Utah, or Missouri.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'd defy anybody. I'll put up $100 on this table right now if anybody wants to bet. But please give me the choices again. I must be nuts, over.
Choice A is Illinois. Choice B is Ohio. Choice C, Utah. Choice D, Missouri.
I am going to guess Illinois.
George says Illinois. We will take 2 challengers.
Yep.
Echo Mike was first, then we'll get Pam. HEM, what do you say?
I'm going to say Missouri.
That was going to be my guess. He says Missouri. And DL, Pam.
Well, that was going to be my guess. What state did George pick?
George took Illinois, so we have Ohio and Utah.
Okay, I'm going to say Ohio.
Okay, I'm betting Missouri. That's just my gut. Let's see which one it is. It is Illinois! George with the championship. Give him a high five, guys.
Way to get him, George. Never doubt KA6301.
Great job, George.
Way to go, George. I'll sing that chair.
Okay, George.
Hey, you won that trip down to Colgate, Oklahoma. But when you board that magic airplane, you must leave that barrel of marijuana at the tarmac. But none to worry, when you get down there, Jerry will fix you up with some of the finest moonshine. We hope you enjoy the indoor shooting range. And always wear your bulletproof vest. Congratulations.
There we go, Johnny Olson.
Buddy, I want some of what Pete's smoking today.
Johnny Olson, thank you. Oh, you guys are in rare form. KE5GGY. What can I get into tonight? Got a bunch of new categories. I had a car category. Hearing KAW reminded me of cars for some reason. And I got to find it. It was a good car category.
Hey, Pete, I want some of what you're smoking today.
Oh, man, I'm clean. I've been clean for about a day now. Where's my car quiz? I had a car quiz that was just pretty good, I thought. Okay, here's a couple of car questions. I need somebody new that has not been on the air tonight.
Okay.
For a car question or two.
YUV.
Hey, YUV, what are you doing, man? How's everything?
I just got home, turned the radio on.
Oh, you're sounding good. Okay, here is your first question. What was the first car capable of reaching 200 kilometers per hour? I will give you choices. So, Cliff, you get first shot at this. Mercedes-Benz 300 SL, Aston Martin DB, Ford GT, Jaguar XK 120, or the Benz 200 horsepower.
AQS. I'll go with the Benz.
What do you say, Cliff?
I said Benz.
The Benz?
Yeah.
You're correct. The Benz 200 horsepower gets it. And that is Cliff, YUV. What were you going to say, Jimmy? What was your answer?
That's what I was going to say.
All right, here's another question. YUV, this is going back to 1958. And if you had a Cadillac Coupe de Ville, you really had to know where the gas cap was. It was a very unorthodox place to put a gas cap on a vehicle. Where would you find it on the 1958 Coupe de Ville? Daily double if you dare, or I do have choices.
I'm going to say under the tail light.
Under the tail light is close enough. Left rear tail light, 2 points. Are you a car guy? I guess you are.
No, I just remember the old cars. I'm from that era.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 73.
Oh, there you go. All right, here's this would be a 2-pointer if you get it without choices. And I've never considered this, but here's the question. What is the smallest street legal car to ever hit the road? Smallest street legal car to ever hit the road. Let me get you. You want choices? I guess you do.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, the choices are A, the Izetta, spelled India Sierra ETTA, Izetta. The Tango T600, the Buddy Electric, B-U-D-D-Y, Buddy Electric, or the Peel P50, Peel, Papa Echo Lima, Papa 50, Peel P50. What do you say, Cliff?
Something European, I'm sure. God, I rode an Izetta when I was a kid. I'm going to stick with that.
Which one are you going with?
Izetta?
The Izetta, he says. Anybody to challenge? MQS.
Peel 250.
It is the Peel P50, and Jimmy with a takeaway. How about that, Jimmy? Jimmy, did you have one of those cars when you were a kid or something?
No, I heard about it, though.
Well, there's Jimmy with a takeaway. Thank you, Cliff. And ding, ding, ding. This is KE5GGY. You're behind the trivia microphone, and we've got Jimmy going to the Grand Slam board. This is where we go to a little different format. 4 questions answered correctly in a row gets you a Grand Slam. There's no multiple choice on Grand Slam, so it gets a little tougher. It's also tougher because each question gets tougher in sequence. So number 4 is the toughest of the 4. Jimmy, you got a point, and you get to pick the category tonight between art, science, entertainment, history, the grab bag, or geography. So what's it going to be, Jimmy?
Grab bag.
Grab bag. Okay, here comes Jimmy, KC0MQS, KE5GGY. Second question, what is pumpernickel? What is pumpernickel? What would that be if you're dealing with pumpernickel? What is that?
Bread. It's pumpernickel bread.
It is a bread, he says, and that is correct, a type of German bread. So that's your easy question for the night. Now they get tougher. There is your third of 4, so you're halfway to a Grand Slam. What was the popular mobile game that caused many players to get into accidents, car accidents? It was released in July of 2016. What was the popular mobile game that caused many players to get into accidents when it was released in July 2016? Jimmy, you get first shot at this. What do you say?
Mobile game. Oh, boy. The mobile game, I'm on a break with that one, too.
All right, Jimmy's throwing it up to the Barbarians. Let's go with somebody who hasn't been on tonight.
K9 RLG.
RLG, come on in.
I'm going to go with Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go is correct. RLG with a takeaway. Give me that full call sign. I know you've been in before.
It's Kilo Niner, Romeo Lima Golf.
Niner. Kilo Niner, Romeo Lima Golf. I love seeing Niner. What's the name there?
The name is Brian. Bravo, Romeo, Yankee, Alpha, November.
All right, Brian, beautiful signal coming from, I'm guessing, Illinois, is that right?
No, I actually have my grandfather's call sign. I'm in Alma, Nebraska.
Oh, okay, Brian, Nebraska. Yeah, I've known the call sign. You've been in before. Well, you're sounding good. That's really cool. This is your grandpa's call sign. You've got 1 point. Congratulations on that. Here is your second question. What year? Yeah, I'm not going to give you that yet because that's going to be tougher. Okay, here is your second question. What salad dressing was named after a play? What salad dressing was named after a play?
Would that be green goddess dressing?
Green goddess is correct. Number 3. Closest to wins it, Brian, so be careful. And the question reads, in what year did Ford first offer bucket seats on its automobiles? In what year did Ford first offer bucket seats on its automobiles? Guys, no cheating, please. Let's see if we can get this fair and square. We'll start with Brian. Brian, what's your answer? Closest to will win.
It's a little before my time, but I'm thinking around 1960.
All right, he goes with 1960. We'll take 2 barbarians, starting with people that have not been on tonight.
MQS.
All right, we'll go with Tango Papa, TTP. That's Bill.
Say 1964. I'm going to go with 64.
64 goes Bill. He's thinking of the Mustang, probably. Anybody else?
Lima Victor.
Pam, let's see. Pam, we haven't had you in yet tonight. Pam, what do you say?
I'm going to say 1952.
1952. Closest to will win this. The answer is, and again, Brian is hoping for 1960. The answer is, wow, way back, 1903. So Grand Slam Pam, AI5DL with the takeaway. Brian, thanks for playing. Boy, you sound good from Nebraska. Don't be a stranger, okay?
You got it.
Yeah, super duper signal. Grand Slam Pam, how the heck you doing? Sorry to hear about your pooch today. Rick told me all about it.
Yeah, I know. The whole routine is kind of bummed up, but yeah, he was getting old, so it was about time for him to go to doggy heaven. So yeah, I think we're both kind of bummed out.
Well, bless you. There will be other dogs that need homes. There are tons of them, and I've got a bookshelf in my library with ashes on like 5 shelves from probably, I don't know, I'm looking at it right now, probably 20 dogs that I'd have to count. But yeah, through the years out here in the country, they find a way to find us. So bless you for what you're doing. Question 2, Pam, let's get you a win tonight. Ketchup was sold originally way back in the 1830s as what? What was ketchup originally sold for? Pam, number 2.
I think it was originally sold as a medicine.
Medicine, she says. That is correct for number 2. Way to go. Let's go to number 3. Grand Slam Pam. That's a little tough. Here's number 3 for you. What is the Wankel engine typically referred to as? If you're talking about a Wankel engine, W-A-N-K-E-L, Wankel engine, what is that referred to?
I believe that was the rotary engine.
Rotary is correct. Used to have one of those, the RX-7. So you got 3 points. Now we're going way back. First time on trivia. Guys, don't cheat. Don't cheat, because we've never had this, and if we don't know it, we'll just call it a foul ball. But the last question tonight for Pam, for a Grand Slam, we may have had this once, come to think of it, but the question reads, what was the original name of Vaseline? Grand Slam Pam for number 4. What was the original name of Vaseline? What do you think?
Royal Jelly.
Say that again, please.
I believe it was called Royal Jelly.
Royal Jelly. Anybody to challenge?
Hey, what?
Let's go to who has not been on tonight, or maybe for a week at least.
I haven't been on tonight.
The U station, NUF. Who is the U station?
That was me, and I said I hadn't been on here tonight.
All right, KW, what do you say?
I said petroleum.
Petroleum, says Jerry. And hold on, Jimmy, we want to get some new people in. How about another new person for this week? How about somebody new for tonight? R.E.J., that's Alan. What do you say, Alan? Yeah, it's a foul ball. The answer is, and Pam was closest, the answer is Wonder Jelly. Pam said Royal Jelly, but we had to call that a foul ball. Here we go. This is a martial arts question. We're all over the place, Pam, to make you earn this. And, oh my gosh. Well, this is impossible. The only reason I'm going to, I'm not going to, I'm going to save that one for another player. Okay, here's one for you. What was the first martial art that used colored belts to signify rank? So of all the martial arts, which one was first to use the colored belts, culminating in a black belt? Pam will give you the first shot. What do you say?
I'm gonna go with karate.
Karate, says Pam. We'll take 2 barbarians to challenge without cheating.
Victor.
Lanny.
Judo.
Judo takes it. That's a steal from N5PAR. Sorry, Grand Slam Pam, but you just got Lannied.
Kung Fu.
Kung Fu. And thank you, Pam. And hello, Lanny. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, real good, Pete. It's Kilo 5 par.
I knew that. That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said N.
No. You're clearly your hearing is going. There's something wrong with you.
I believe you.
I'm gaslighting you there, buddy. Hey, good evening. Hey, K5PAR. That was Jerry that said N5PAR. Here is your second question. What was the company that introduced Pringles potato chips in 1967? This is KE5GGY. Again, the question, what manufacturer introduced Pringles potato chips in 1967? Lanny.
I'm just going to guess Lay's.
Lay's. Anybody to challenge Lay's?
Hawk.
Hawk.
I think it's Kellogg.
Kellogg. Anybody else? One more barbarian. Lima Victor with a steal, maybe. What do you say, Tom?
General Mills.
You guys are close. The answer was Procter and Gamble. So that means, Lanny, you keep it.
All right.
Here's one. You better get this, or else Grand Slam Pam and Rick are going to get it. I know they will. So you better get this right. Second Grand Slam question. What is a Wainwright? Wainwright. Wainwright. It's also known as a Cartwright. What do you say, Lanny?
I think that's someone who makes wagon wheels or something like that.
We're going to give it to you. Somebody who works on a wagon, but you got close enough to you passed the giggle test. So that's 2 points. You got 2 away from a Grand Slam. Let's see if Lanny can do it tonight. All right, here's a sport question. What kind of sport is burling? Let me spell this for you. B-I-R-L-I-N-G. B as in Bravo. India, Romeo, Lima. I-N-G. Burling. What do you say, Lanny, for number 3?
Oh, unless you've got one of those really good hints, I don't have a clue.
I do have one hint.
Let's have it.
You might need a flannel shirt to participate in this.
I don't know. It's not log rolling, is it?
Log rolling is correct. That was pretty good to grab that hint. All right.
Good job.
Last question. And guys, I implore you, please do not look this up. Okay? Please don't look this up. baseball question for Lanny for a grand slam. No looking up, because that's what makes it fun. So, Lanny, it's the closest to, so you got to be careful on this. Major League Baseball. How many double stitches are there on a regulation baseball ball? Let me repeat. The closest to will win. And how many double stitches are there on a regulation baseball ball? Lanny, for the first answer, two barbarians get a chance to challenge. What do you say, Lanny? Go.
I'm just going to guess 186.
186, says Lanny. Okay, who has not been on tonight? GOG.
Gonna guess 42.
42. And John, I heard you in Georgia. What do you say?
I think it's more than that. 200.
200, says John. Okay. The answer is... The answer is 108. That means GOG is going to take it away. Oh, my God. I'm so sorry, Lanny, but we got to give it to GOG.
How many did he guess?
He was 42. You were 186. The answer is 108. So, according to my Jethro Bodine math, he would be the winner.
Wow, that was close.
You were second place, and then John had 200. So, KG5 GOG, we're going to give you a rain check, and hey, you're the man of the hour tonight, aren't you?
Well, we're gonna try, Pete.
Oh, you're going to have a good night. The conditions are pretty good. So, congratulations to our winners tonight. Is this right? Did we have just one? I guess we did. WB5TXW. George with a win tonight. Kept you guys challenged, I guess. Off balance. KG5GOG with a rain check. This is KG5GG1. I want to thank everybody for being part of this tonight. We're here every night, so join us again. And keep in mind, your rain checks do not expire. So come on back in. We'll get you on. Hey, if you're on the net logger, that means you're good for the lightning round. And I see that's been updated, so thank you to Rick and Jack, and Elmer sometimes helps out with that, so thank you for that. If you're not on net logger, give us your call sign now for the lightning round.
Whiskey 5, Golf, Foxtrot, Oscar.
MQS, Rick.
VLF. GFO, YUV, HEM, MQS, VLF. Who else for the lightning round?
There you go, Papa.
There you go, Papa. Got you, Bill. Who else? Lightning round. Who's out there? Don't be shy. Everybody's welcome. Let's get started. GFO. Hey, Tim, what's going on?
What is happening, man? I have been, I hate to get on here and say how busy I've been, but that's basically what it comes down to. Glad to be able to join a trivia net, and I enjoyed listening and participating. You did a great job as always, and I'm hoping that I'm going to have kind of a quiet weekend coming up, and then we'll have some decent weather. I plan to spend this weekend instead of being on a stage somewhere in some club or bar. I want to be on motorcycles and messing with ham radios. So hopefully you'll hear from me again as the week goes on. Great job, Pete. I'll hand it back to you. W5GFO, clear to control. 73, everybody.
All right, W5GFO sounding good. I hear we're, at least in Dallas, we might get a little bit of rain this weekend, but, we survived that. Thank you, Tim. You're about 25 over tonight. Let's keep going. YUV, you're next up on the lightning round. Hello, Cliff.
Hello, Pete, and everybody else. It's been a good night. Got in a little late, but that's all right. Still got in. Got to make a couple of guesses. Anyway, good night tonight. No, it's not too bad. Starting to creep up home. The temperature is 20 over tonight here in Independence, Missouri, and we're enjoying the game. So back to you, sir.
Okay, Cliff, gotcha. You're 5'9" tonight, solid into the Dallas area. Thank you for checking in. Let's go to New York, KD2HEM. It's Ben. Hey, Ben, what's going on in New York?
Good evening, Pete. It's 36 degrees, and the snowpack's melting away. And the dog's laying here next to me in the shack, and just hanging out, enjoying the trivia, and looking forward to the freeway. So, back to you, Rick. And you're about 30 over, as always. Good signal tonight. K5GGY, KD2HEM.
Yeah, Ben, what kind of dog do you have?
Belgian Malinois. He goes about almost 100 pounds.
Oh, that's great. They're very faithful. And yeah, copy your 36 degrees. We have the opposite of the word. Transpose that. Our temperature is 63 here in Big D. Thank you, Ben. Always good to hear you. Let's keep going. KC0 MQS. Jimmy, what's happening, Jimmy?
Oh, not too much, Pete. K5 TGY, KC0 MQS here with top of the evening, all the tailgaters out here. Yeah, my little Bashan, he weighs about 10 pounds if he's lucky. You know, good strong wind to carry him down the street. But my little Bashan here, but that's my little shadow. Back to you, Pete.
Okay, yeah, I know you've always loved your dogs, Jimmy. You're 10 over tonight, so pretty good night, and I'm hearing you just fine. Let's go to Cedar Park, Texas. I'm not sure if this guy has dogs, but I'm sure if he does, they're crazy and they light things on fire. N5VLF. Hey there, Dan.
This is N5VLF. No, I took the matches away from the dogs, so they're not allowed to play with them anymore. And no fire from the dogs. Anyway, we enjoy our dogs, and what more can I say? They are a nuisance and a blessing. Anyway, with that, I'll turn it back to you, Pete. K5GGY. This is N5VLF out of Cedar Park, Texas.
Yeah, the best moment from a dog is when they give you the love and it's unconditional. The worst moment of owning a dog is when you step in something and it's kind of squishy inside the house. QSL?
Well, I've never known that.
All right, good to hear you, Dan. Yeah, a little squishy. We've all done that. Oh, no, not good. Hey, let's keep going. Florida Bill, come on in here. What's going on?
Hey, good evening, everybody. KB4TTP down here in Florida. Oh, man, last night of the real cold air. We got a big warm coming up, and we're looking forward to it. Brother did have one question tonight when we were enjoying trivia so much. He said, what's that horrible sound? I said, that's the Iowa Hawk. TTP. I heard that.
I love it. What's that horrible sound? Oh, it's just the Iowa Hawk. Hey, let's see if he's in here. Iowa Hawk, come in, please. Give us some more of that horrible sound. Over.
Yeah, my friend in Florida says you're going to get cold weather.
Hey, Hawk, you doing okay?
It's been a trip, but listening to everybody and keeping that gentleman in Florida makes me feel good.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's a little tongue-in-cheek. I think Bill and his wife actually want to hear more of you. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. Thank you, Iowa Hawk. Let's go to the net logger and get the guy that opened it up tonight and just most nights. AA5 Golf Victor, that's Richard, and his better half, AI5DL, the Countess, the Grand Slam Pam. Come on in.
Hey, good evening to you, Pete, and everybody else on the net. This is Alpha 5 Golf Victor. Well, another day, minus 50 cents, something like that, the way it seems to go. Yeah, as has been said, I lost my buddy, but there'll be another one to take his place at some point in our life. Other than that, we didn't do a whole lot. Just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and I guess with that, I think I'm going to say 73s. And by the way, Pete, you're been running about 40 over. And I'm going to turn this over to my better half, the Countess, the AI5DL, Pam.
Well, hello, everybody. And you know what? I was going to say judo, and Rick tucked me into saying karate. So it's his fault I didn't get my Grand Slam. But anyway, that's the way it goes. So back to you, Pete, AI5DL.
Well, that just proves my point, Pam, that he's a double agent. He's actually working against you.
Not quite. Still, I want her to get some more.
Okay. I was just joking. But anyway, kind of fun to stir the pot once in a while. Let's keep going. KF5 UTM, Noel and Jack. How warm did it get today, Jack?
All right, Pete. Yeah, we got, I think, right around 70, low 70s, put it that way. But yeah, beautiful day and everything. And, so we did some work out in the yard, trying to get things cleaned up, getting ready for summertime now. Anyway, that's about it. KF5 UTM.
Yeah, Jack sounded good. We were about the same, about, low 70s, 73 maybe, as I told somebody today, we were talking about how good the weather was. I said, yeah, if it was like this every day in Dallas, none of us could afford to live here. So we don't take our good days for granted here because we know this summer is not far away. Good deal, Jack. You're 30 over tonight, pounding in to the Dallas area. Thank you. KC5, ABJ, Ed, Norman.
Yeah, thank you, Pete. I hope everything's great down there. And KC5 ABJ says everything is fine and the goose hangs high, as Paul Kettle would say. Back to you, Pete. KC5 ABJ.
All right, Ed, you're 25 over. Ed, by the way, is one of those late night guys that gets in after the freewheelers. So if you're an insomniac or you just stay up late, midnight, 1, 2. What time did you guys wrap it up last night, Ed?
Well, I was left at 3:30, but there's still a couple going.
Oh my! Yeah, I know that. I've been up for a couple of those in my younger years. But yeah, there's a great rag shoe group in here. They call it the Afterglow after the freewheelers. So if you're an insomniac or you just stay up late, hang out. And it's really coast to coast, isn't it, Ed? I mean, it's the band is so good usually. Then you're talking California, New York, and everything in between.
Oh yeah, we've got a lot of stations, and most of the regulars are from South Dakota, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri. Then we had a couple of West Coast folks in there, and one gentleman from down Alabama last night. So we had a good group. So it's a lot of fun and nothing elaborate, but we just kind of talk different topics, no politics and religion. But anything else is pretty much fair game. Over.
There you go. Well, again, thanks for all you guys, you and Buzz, and there's a bunch that organize it, and you do a great job. Let's keep going. KB0KAD, Gary, McLeod, Kansas. K6DOY, Ramel. Well, thank you, Ramel. You make it fun, too. You're 20 over tonight. Let's keep trucking. Here's the guy that does the YouTube stream of trivia every night. Just Google or YouTube search the Radio Brotherhood, and you'll find 3916 Trivia live on YouTube. K0SSD. What do you say, Tim? Oh, that's probably what Tim would have said. So thank you, Tim, and 7-3 to you. W5DOC, the Doc. K5KEY, that's Mel out of Powderly. Hey, Mel.
This is K5KEY. Good evening, everybody, and how are you doing, Pete?
Well, good. It's about time you found your way back here. What, were you in the witness protection program or something?
I still am.
Just trying to hide from Jerry, right?
Yeah, let's keep a river between us.
Good to hear you. And, hey, welcome back. Don't be a stranger, okay?
All right, I'll try. So, enjoyed it. Good trivia. Thought I knew something about cars, but you proved me wrong on that tonight.
That was pretty obscure, I have to admit. Well, you know what? I thought I had another quiz open, and I'm going to find it because there was a better quiz, but I just couldn't find it. But you know what? I just found it. There it is. I just found it. I'll have that for tomorrow night, and we'll get you in there, Mel. Okay? Come on in here tomorrow night. We'll test you.
All right. Thanks a lot, Pete.
Okay, I got to get going here. You're 30 over, Mel, so the station is sounding good. Let's try Texarkana and Eric, KF5BZO. Hey, Eric.
Hey, good evening, Pete. Pete, I've been kind of riding along, but I've been kind of busy and stuff like that. Anyway, I have enjoyed this. Pete, we do appreciate you calling out. Back to Mexico, this is KF5BZO.
Okay, I got a 5.9 on you, Eric. No problem. I usually get that 30 over, but barefoot, you're just fine and sounding good in Dallas. Next up, Salado, Texas. It's Jim, N5FKW. Hey, Jim.
Hey, Pete. All those in the next here. Good regional group. We enjoyed the trivia.
All right, you're a good 20 over tonight, Jim. Thank you for checking in. Good to hear your voice. K9 Lima Victor. Hey, he's a regular around these parts. Hello, Tom.
Hi there, Pete. You're 20 over tonight, and we have 30 degrees here in southern Indiana. And I knew that baseball stitch question, 108. And the world's largest rocking chair. I've seen that. It's It was too big for me to climb into it. It's in a little town called Casey, Illinois. It's spelled C-A-S-E-Y, like Casey, but they pronounce it Casey. It's about 35 miles west of Terre Haute. And they also have a lot of extra large things there, like a wind chime, a golf tee, a pencil, mailbox, bird cage, and I think they've added a few since I've been there. So that's all I got, Pete. K9 Lima Victor.
Yeah, it sounds like the headquarters of Ripley's Believe It or Not, but that's pretty cool. Thank you, Tom. Big 20 over from the great state of Indiana. WB9RVR, Illinois, Chuck. N5BT, Mickey, Odessa, you still with us?
I'm still here, Pete. It was a lot of fun listening to you tonight. The trivia was good as usual, a lot of fun to listen to, and fun to jump in there. Hopefully I'll be able to join in a little more often when my work schedule lets me. But anyway, good to hear everybody tonight, and I'll kick it back over to you, N5BT.
Yeah, big 35 over tonight, Mickey. Thanks for checking in. KG5DRT, Fort Davis, Jason. Let's try Alabama, W4IV. That's Bob in Foley, Alabama. Hey, Bob. Grove, Oklahoma, for the guy that's taking over in about, as soon as I get these 5 check-ins, KG5GOG, Monty.
Hey, Pete, pretty good. I thought I heard the static coming in the band. Hopefully it stays away, but you're 30 over tonight. And we did hit 70 degrees today. The air was smooth, and I told Jack the beat was cold tonight.
Love it. Love it. Good to hear you, and you're 30 over as well. And Monty's going to be taking over as soon as I get through about 5 check-ins. So we'll be back to you in quick order there, Monty. Thank you for all you do. Nebraska, it's Bill in Omaha, KF0MSD. Hey, Bill. KF0 MSD, about a 4.4 into Dallas. Got most of that, but not real strong. So thank you, Bill. Good to see you on the net logger, and have a good night in Nebraska. W5HRP, Arkansas, it's Harper. Hey, Harper.
Hey, good evening, Pete in the net. Long-time worker, first-time check-in. From this time we got an 80-meter antenna up on the air. So thought I'd check in tonight. Good to hear everybody. Thanks so much. Great afternoon.
Thank you, Harper. A big signal into Dallas. You're about 30 over. And question, can you stick around for about 15 minutes and we'll do a welcome during the freewheelers?
Sure, I'll stick around a few more minutes.
All right, great. W5HRP, Harper in Arkansas. Is that right, Harper?
Roger, Danville, Arkansas.
All right, well, Monty will be the net control, and we'll get you on, and you'll get a great welcome. So stick around, and thanks for finding us, and thanks for checking in. Good to hear you tonight. Don't be a stranger. Come on in. We'll put you on trivia. So let's keep going. KD2EMQ, Okie Dokie, New York. Come on in, Tom. Give us an Okie Dokie.
Yeah, Okie Dokie there, Pete, to you and all the rest of the tailgaters down there. Didn't do much today. Hung out. Watched a movie, and that was about it. Anyway, we'll say 73s to everybody down that way. And with that, KD2EMQ will pass it right back to you there, Pete.
All right, well, Okie Dokie back at you, and I'll add a zippity doodah. Thank you, Tom. KD2EMQ, KE5GGY. 2 more. Let's go to, well, not Kansas, but an undisclosed location somewhere in this great country of ours. KD0HA, Randy from the secret location.
Good air pressure in. This signal down here is 100 commands. It's coming here real good, too. So, not a whole lot going on. Actually got up to 70 degrees today, baby. It was kind of nice. Thanks for picking me up, Pete. We appreciate it. Catch you later, my friend. KD5GGY, KD0HA, from the Southern Command.
Yep, 20 over. And got everything going good tonight, Randy. Thanks for checking in. Sounding really, really good out of the Southern Command. One more, it's Josh in Odom, Texas, KC5IVT. Hey, Josh.
I don't really have much going on. It's a nice day.
Okay, Josh, yeah, nice 5-9 plus about 10 into Dallas. You're not far away, Odom, Texas, KC5IBT, KE5GGY. Big thank you to everybody who came in tonight. Early nets get started at 7 o'clock Central with the Rag 2 crew, 8:30 tailgaters. 9 o'clock trivia here at 10:03, getting ready for the Freewheelers Nets. And don't forget, we are online if you want to become an official member of the Nets. Get your name in the birthday shout-out, do all that good stuff. Just go to 3916nets.com, 3916nets.com. Click on the Contact tab, and you can just follow the instructions. You'll be an official member. Also, we're on Facebook, so if you are a Facebook person, simply search for 3916. And once you find the group, hit join, and you'll be in that as well. Okay, we shut down NetLogger. If you've been in NetLogger for the early nets, go ahead and shut it down right now because we're concluding the early nets. But we're starting a new net, so go back into NetLogger, open that back up. And, we don't have a NetLogger yet, so it'll be here momentarily. But in the meantime, I know what to do. We're going to go to our net control for tonight out of Grove, Oklahoma. KG5, GOG, Freewheelers on the air. Ladies and gentlemen, here